Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Broadchurch. Last time on Broadchurch we had episode 2. Exciting, I know, but it was an interesting episode where basically a whole lot of stuff was happening. There was a psychic telephone repairman. Beth Latimer is pregnant and hasn't told anybody except the Reverend. Chloe Latimer got cocaine for her hotel boss. And the hotel boss was like, yeah, I did that. I hope I'm not arrested for having a minor get cocaine. And then there were a bunch of sus people, including Mark Latimer, who was the most sus of them all. And his prints were found at pretty much the suspected murder scene of Danny Latimer. So, yeah. Things are pretty interesting right now. But yeah, that was pretty much where we're at. Mark is being sus. Mark is being sus. Don't be sus. Anywho, with that said, why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Broadchurch. I should also say, this is the 5th video I've recorded today, so if I'm a little low energy, that's why. And I just had a particularly hype episode of Full Metal anyway, so yeah. Probably going to be a bit of a low energy day, but we're still going to enjoy ourselves, so yeah. Let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Broadchurch. Here we go. Hey, this video was blocked in the US, so I had to send it to a highlight. If you want to watch my reaction to this episode of Broadchurch, what you gotta do is head down in the description or into the pinned comment, click on the link, and it's just the reaction. You watch it, you have a good time, and when you're done with that, you can come back to this video for the discussion. So, enjoy. Who's doing a Viking funeral over there? Jeez. Okay. Mark. Well, unfortunately, this does not rule him out as a suspect. Oh, God, my elbows. That's a problem with once you get to the end of the day, your elbows are killing you. Oh, okay. This doesn't rule out Mark from suspicion, but... but it ain't good, man. This poor woman. This poor woman. Her kid is dead. Her husband is cheating on her. He could have killed him. She doesn't even know that her daughter, had cocaine for Jacob Anderson. It's terrible. Terrible. She's getting harassed by psychics. Terrible. The guy that played the telephone psychic, I was trying to see what he's done. He was in an episode of Merlin, apparently. This is the problem with Amazon Prime. They never tell you what they did. He's in a couple episodes of Merlin. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this guy up for real. Because it listed Merlin a couple times, and for the life of me, I can't think of when he would have been in Merlin, So I'm gonna have to look this guy up just for my own curiosity. Oh. Wow, okay, that's an interesting one. So, the only thing I'm seeing is his role in Merlin. I don't see anything else that I recognize him from, but yeah, alright, Merlin. This is going back all the way to Merlin episode 2, where he played Knight Valiant. Wow. That was a long time ago for me. That's funny. Alright. Interesting. And yeah, I don't recognize... normally if I recognize a British actor, it'll generally be for Doctor Who. But this time it was Merlin, which is interesting. He was only in one episode, though, but there's just enough for me to recognize him. Just enough for me to kill Iris. No, sorry, I'm getting my memes crossed together. Anyway, which, speaking of, actually, they referenced crossing wires twice, actually. There was where he said it, and then there was Mark who said it after he got home, you know? So yeah, the whole thing of the wires crossed, like, come on. Just that whole thing. It definitely reminds me, I think it was John Oliver who did an episode of Last Week Tonight on psychics, and it's just like, yeah, it's pretty simple to, you know, get a reaction. All you have to do is get a bunch of people and just say the vaguest possible thing, and then somebody will want to say something, and then you just have to say something really vague again. Bada bing, bada boom, you're a psychic. Now, we did have the one thing last episode where he said to Hardy, you know, she forgives you for the pendant or something like that. I think it was a pendant. I don't know. I've also been watching Stone Ocean, where there's also a pendant in that, so I'm not sure. Maybe, but that's me getting my wires crossed right there. But yeah, so there is something there, but I am almost 100% positive this dude's not a psychic whatsoever, so yeah. And even still, he should not be harassing poor Beth Latimer, you know? You know, he can go mess with Mark all he wants. Go do that. Go mess with Mark. You know, that'll be fun. It's probably a terrible thing to say, but Beth, this poor woman, it's so sad. Just every scene Beth is in is just so ridiculously sad, you know? But I gotta say, Jodie Whittaker is friggin' killing it as Beth. Oh, it's so great, you know? Oh, boy. So yeah, so Mark was basically just covering for cheating on Beth with Becca Fisher. Dog woke up. Ain't that great. Well, it's getting to be that time, so I don't blame him for getting up. Well, I haven't seen him walk by, so I'll give him a sec. But yeah, so now there is still the problem. Well, no, I guess that's not it. Because I was gonna say there was the problem of the lady and the keys and the rental place, but no, that was all still part of his made up story. I forgot about that. Well, I mean, there's still the problem that no, you're right. There is still the problem that his prints are at the crime scene. You know, that his prints are there. They are at a sink, but they are there. So why would they be there? Because she said there's never been a burst pipe there, so there would be no reason to call Mark Latimer for that. That's something interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. But yeah, so he was cheating on Beth. Come on. And it's one of those things, I don't even want to really say this, but like, if you're going... No, I can't even, like, I need to phrase this properly, because it's like, you cheated on your wife with someone who's frankly not as attractive. Like, you know, you went for the, you know, just the nice hotel lady. But you gotta realize your wife is fucking gorgeous. Like, what are you doing, man? Alright, I gotta go see what Darby's up to. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Alright. He hasn't really... I mean, he's awake, but he hasn't really gotten up yet. So, I imagine he will in a little bit, and I'll probably have to go put him outside. But yeah, but I mean, the cheating, it's probably not even based... I mean, there's a whole... You know, people have studied this. Psychologists have probably studied this. It's like, it's not even about, the person is more attractive. It's, insecurities. I guess that's kind of it. Insecurities, a lot of problems, a lot of problems that probably boil down to the word insecurity, But yeah. Now, it's interesting Beth had that moment with Chloe, whereas, Pete is not our friend, he's their spy, So she's not even really trusting the police, and she's trusting no one. The only person she's really trusting is Chloe, I guess, I would imagine she does trust her mom. I don't think that she thinks that her mom did it, but I don't know. She definitely trusts Chloe, though, at least, so there's that. And now Darby actually got up, so I'm going to probably go let him out. Alrighty, now we're going to have to wrap this up pretty soon, because I do need to make Darby his dinner, so yeah, and another thing that doesn't rule out Mark is Tom saying that Mark hit Danny at least once, so yeah. Now I don't know what the reconstruction is, but obviously Ellie doesn't want Tom to be involved in it. But yeah, I'm not sure what that exactly means. So, but yeah, we had everything with Karen, which I guess I understand to an extent what she's doing. That, she feels that it was Hardy who let down the family in the Sandbrook case, and she doesn't want that to happen again. I don't think that's the full story. I think we need the rest of the story to find out what exactly that means, what happened with this Sandbrook case, basically. But yeah. But I definitely feel like this case, Hardy is trying to make amends. He's trying to solve this case, And I think I would imagine he wants to, as Ellie said, mold her into, the person for this, the right person for the job, so that her, who still probably has her humanity and everything, can do what he was unable to do with the Sandbrook case. So yeah, I'll still be interested. I'm still interested in getting more of that story, but it's an interesting thing. So, and then yeah, we had the whole thing of Hardy's penance, basically, that but yeah, he's looking at all of this as a sort of penance for what he did. And even though his doctor is saying, no, you should not be doing this job, it's going to kill you from all the stress, he's looking at this no, I need to do this, And that makes sense, There was a bit of a hint of that in a recent My Hero episode, actually, with Endeavor, that, there were things that he had failed to do, but he was going to atone for it by fixing things, by doing his job as a pro hero. And I kind of feel that's a bit here with D.I. Alicardi. I don't know how many people have compared Broadchurch to My Hero Academia, but hey, here we are. That's what happens on this channel. So yeah, interesting stuff all around, definitely. And there are other stuff, the whole boat incident with Danny, but Chloe could be an alibi on that. I did also like the moment with David Bradley. I don't know his character's name, but David Bradley just not talking to reporters. That was nice, Even though he delivers, newspapers, he's not going to partake in, reporters and stuff. So all of that stuff was really interesting. And again, just poor Beth, And yeah, it took me a while to realize, she's drinking wine while she's pregnant. That's not a good thing, but normally my camera would have started a new recording, but it didn't. It just stopped. I must be out of memory on my camera. Oh well. Well, that's as good of a sign as any to end this, so we're just going to have to do this with a still frame and audio, but that's alright. I was going to wrap up the episode anyway. So yeah, good episode, very, very interesting, and I'm excited to see where we are going next time. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Broadchurch reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later, when we'll have full memory.